Shalom Aleichem, blessed souls, peace upon you. And again, this is Dhamma Talk coming from rainy, but yet sunny up in heaven, Crown Heights, Erie Heights, Brooklyn, New York. On this beautiful day, 5,669 years into the blessed creation, if you hold by the 12 tribes of Israel calendar. And I would like to make a response video. There's a wonderful website on YouTube made by a positive soul who goes by the name of Torah Revival. And I guess I'll add it in the annotations so people can access it. And he made a video, a 2-minute and 50-second video called The Path for Gentiles. Gentiles referring to the nations of the world who are non-Israelite. And he called it a brief introduction. And this is sort of my response, and I would like to develop a dialogue with him and all of you blessed souls out there, talking about that the Hebrew Scriptures, as he professes, are in the main focused on a single nation, Israel. Well, I'd like to point out to you blessed souls that the truth is, before the advent of the Israelite nation, Israelites going on the name of Yaakov, Yisrael, Jacob, Israel, there was a lot of history. There was at least 1,948 years of human history dating from Adam Rishon, original man, until Abraham. So, and there were also mitzvahs given, commandments given to the children of the Most High, starting from original man Adam and Chava, Adam and Eve, who, by the way, to demystify who these people were, they weren't mythical figures. In fact, their blessed holy bodies, sanctified bodies, because they were his body and she was attached to him, as you can see in Genesis, taken from his rib. They are buried in Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel, in Hebron. And I've been there, and you can go there too. You get on a plane to Israel, and you can ask the locals who live there, whether it be Jew, Christian, or Arab, Arab, Christian, or Jew, or Christian, Arab, and Jew. Where can I go? To the Mara Machpelah. Demystify these. Torah is not Greek philosophy. It's not Greco-Roman theology. It's not Edomite philosophy. We're talking about Torah, instructions from the Most High. So Torah Revival asks a question. What about the many nations that are not descended from Jacob and Israel? Do the scriptures have anything to say about them? So I would like to respond, where we see in chapter 9, verses 1 through 17, the Most High had a lot to say and a lot to do with Noah and his 3 sons, Ham, Japheth, and Shem, all of them righteous because they were chosen to continue the saga of the human race after the flood. Perhaps in future responses to the Torah Revival series, we can analyze what happened, what were the antecedents which led to the destruction of the earth with the flood and the renewal of the world. So the same flood which destroyed a great portion of the earth, as earth people knew at that time, before there was America, before there was Rome, before there was Africa, before there was Asia, before there was Australia, before there were any continents designated with those names, there was the human race, quite aware that they all came from Adam and Chava, original man and woman. So I just want to leave you with this verse, blessed souls. The Most High blessed Noah and his sons, and he said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the land. So we see here that right off the bat, coming out of the flood, there was a role to be played out by the children of man, manifesting at that time as Noah and his 3 sons and their 3 wives. So it was Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their 3 wives. They were to repopulate the earth. The second verse, which will conclude on blessed souls, the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every bird of the heavens, and everything that moves on earth, and all the fish of the sea, in your hand they are given. This is after the flood. Before the flood, human beings could not go out and kill animals for their meat. There are some opinions from the Israelite oral tradition that if an animal died in and of itself, which we'd call a nevela in Hebrew, it was permissible. But to wantonly kill an animal for its flesh, that was forbidden. That was one of the commandments given to Adam, and that was a tradition passed down to Noah. By the way, from the time of, let's put it into historical context, because I think many people read the Torah, the Bible, as if like the figures in there are Barbie dolls. You read about them and you put them back in the box. No, these were living, breathing, conscious beings, as we try to be on an ascending plane of awareness. And that's why we need the oral tradition of Torah, which are covered in books that say like Sefer Yasher, which the nations know as Sefer Jasher. Some go to the book of Sefer Enoch, Sefer Chanoch. But we can again deal with these things in a future time. So with that being said, blessed souls, I've made some attempt, and each one of these videos is not going to be the full presentation. But again, as Torah Revival tries to induce others to do research, become an educated consumer about the process of your blessed soul in your blessed body, as your blessed soul in your blessed body interacts with many other blessed souls in blessed bodies. So concluding, this is Dhamma Talk. Sababa, rejoice. Ahava Echad, one love. Gorel Echad, one destiny. Dukulano, for all of us. Babore Echad, one creator. Badarchinam Darki Shalom.